So last time we were looking at wait mode and the challenges that my family have been experiencing as we wait to move onto the land to create our ADHD retreat. This time we're going to be looking at having a safe place to unmask, and where people with ADHD can uncover their authentic selves.
ADHD has an isolating effect. It also has an effect to put so much armor. We put so much armor on ourselves that it's so hard to kind of come out and be our authentic self.
So for most of my career, for many years, I was a music therapist. I didn't train to be an ADHD coach so that I could have a new career. I retrained so that I could help my family. I became aware that my family were all struggling and then they were all diagnosed with ADHD, and I was at a loss as to how to be able to help them. I trained at the International ADHD Coach Centre. It was a year-long course, and I expected to learn strategies, I expected to have ways to help my family, but something happened that I really didn't expect. I saw people on the course, the other people on my course, unmasking, getting a sense of belonging and understanding. And as we went through, people changed. And the tutor on my course, the trainer, Cameron Gott, I've never known a teacher like Cameron. He was so openly ADHD. He seemed so comfortable with his ADHD. And I started to think to myself, I want that for my family. I want my children to be able to be so comfortable in themselves and in this world. So who is Cameron Gott? As I say, he was the trainer on the course. He's an ADHD coach. He's been coaching ADHD coaching for over 20 years. He's won awards for ADHD coaching, and he's someone who is dedicated to helping individuals with ADHD and training coaches so they can help individuals with ADHD. Cam inspired me to go on and become an ADHD coach. He inspired me to help people with ADHD, and it became my mission. And a huge part of that mission was creating connection, creating understanding, a place for understanding. Because at that time, both of my children were at university, both feeling very isolated, both having challenges, feeling very alone, feeling like they're the only ones who weren't managing. And I wanted them to know that there were others. So I created a community, an online community on a platform called Discord, where students could come together and find that connection. I didn't know how to find the students, so I actually put an advert on Reddit. And I just put it as a really simple advert that just said, students with ADHD, come and join my community. And I went to bed. The next morning I woke up and there were 15 students in my community. And I started talking to them. I started learning from them. And I started to see the same thing I'd seen on my course, that these people wanted somewhere where they were understood and where they could find connection and a sense of belonging and learning. They wanted to learn. Within 6 months, that community had 500 students, all saying the same things, all with such similar life experiences, growing up with ADHD and particularly undiagnosed ADHD. And then I wanted to do more. I started working with people, I started coaching, and I wanted them to have that community. And I created a group for some of my ADHD clients. I started doing some support groups for ADHD UK, and always I saw the same thing, was this people were able to take off the armour, they were able to unmask and to be more of their real selves. And so this became part of my vision to be able to have somewhere where people could come in person, in real life, to find connection, to find peace, to just be. And so this opportunity is becoming real, and I had to tell Cam about it.
But I am just thinking how amazing it would be.
I'm in. I'm in. Whatever it is.
Right, okay. Sign the contract.
Yeah. Where is it? You want to pass it over to me? I'll just like grab it. Okay, I'm in. What are we doing? It's really about showing off Fairwood Escape.
Mm.
I want to come and support you and your endeavor, what you're doing with Dusty and your family, because I've never heard of a designated ADHD retreat center. I think it's brilliant. Just the concept of a green space that is natural and wild and beautiful and remote, and you're able to go and be and decompress and not have expectation or perform, mask, but just be. That isolating effect that you were talking about with coaches, ADHD has an isolating effect. It also has an effect to put so much armor. We put so much armor on ourselves that it's so hard to kind of come out and be our authentic self. So if you have a place where it's like set the armor aside, take it off for a weekend and come and have a sauna or right, mindfulness. And I know that you're going to be doing music there too.
Yeah.
Developing community. So that's the real star. I'm coming to support what you're doing in the world. And it's like big and bold. And I'm super excited to contribute in any way I can.
Oh, that's awesome. I tell you what else is we're so involved in it here. We're so wrapped up in it. And then when I heard you describe it there, I was like, oh, wow, I want to go. It was, and it was like, oh, yeah, that sounds fantastic. So just to hear it said back to me, I don't think I've heard that. Someone just saying, this is what it is. And it is. Yeah.
And hearing it back was quite overwhelming for me. It made it so real because we have big plans. We have big plans for our ADHD retreat. So what do we have there? What have we got already? Well, we've got the Gower, which is it's right in the heart of Britain's first area of outstanding natural beauty. The sea, beautiful beaches. We've got green. We've got space. We've got 2 authentic Mongolian yurts. And do you know what we've got, which I love? We've got bushy lichen. What's bushy lichen, I hear you say? Well, lichen is a plant that only grows in the purest of air. Any pollution, it can't survive. And we've got loads of bushy lichen. And we've got mushrooms. And what are we going to have? We're going to have a cob house in the old orchard where people can go. It's kind of away from everything, where they can have peace but still be connected. We're going to have a sauna with a refrigerated cold plunge pool for cold therapy. We're going to have low-key activities, so foraging walks. I've got someone who's going to come along who's an artist who works with natural media, such as getting inks from tree sap and using natural products for art. I've got someone who's a yoga teacher who's interested in coming along and doing morning yoga. So lovely low-key activities. And just thinking about the fact that it's an area of outstanding natural beauty, in areas like the Gower, it's really hard to get planning permission. Everything you do has to be beautiful and sustainable. So that's what we're creating. But more than that, everything has to have a need. We believe wholly that there is a need for this ADHD retreat, but also it would be really helpful if people can drop their thoughts into the comments about what they need. Because when we put in planning application, any of those comments actually is super valuable to show that there is a need for what we're doing. So to have Cam's help is amazing. He has a vision of helping others with ADHD, helping coaches, and he's supporting us in our vision. And so we hatched a plan.
I'm thinking I invite some ADHD coaches to the retreat, to experience the retreat, to be the retreat, to be there, and that you come over and, I don't know, a workshop, a discussion, something.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Here's the thing that I don't see enough of. I don't see coaching demonstrated.
Oh, wow.
I see coaching talked about. I see coaching, people have an opinion of what it is, and I just don't see it demonstrated enough. And I did it back in 2019 at the International ADHD Conference in Philadelphia. And I'm doing it again. Oh, little plug. I'm doing it again in where is it? Anaheim, Los Angeles, to get people to understand what coaching actually is. I mean, Penny, by the way, this is like one of my life callings.
That is absolutely amazing. And I am going to actually pin you down with a date.
Yeah, I got my wait, let me get my planner pad.
Okay.
Planner pad.
I've got mine.
I don't get no one pays me anything. Planner pad. Can you send me a planner pad? Come on. Plug it. Planner pad. What day?
Well, you tell me and I'll see if it works, because
I've got to find a dog. I need to find someone to house sit to take care of Ruckus the dog. So that'll be a couple days.
Okay.
But what about, I'm looking at late July.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of possibly maybe Saturday the 27th and early evening.
That's perfect.
And Cam is coming on the 27th of July, which gives us just a few weeks to get everything ready. So now we're in a bit of a panic. What do we need to do? Well, we've got to get the yurts up. We've got to finish the showers. We've got to get the toilets sorted. We've got to mow the meadows. And we've got to move house. We're moving house the day after tomorrow. We're actually moving onto the site. We're going to get settled in, and then the real work begins. Fortunately, my family are fantastic when there's a short deadline and a crisis. So next time I'm going to show you what happens when people with ADHD really get going. So tune in for that.